hammer curls. Any type of curl, actually. I try to do these isolation, but notice how he's doing 2 reps in a row on that first, on one arm, and then 2 on this side. If you just start doing 1 and 1, yeah, that works. You can get a decent movement. I don't feel as much activation. You're giving your muscle a little bit of some time to recover and repair. Doing it this way, by the end of that first rep, your muscle's already firing, it's ready. Smack it again. Sometimes I get too beat if I do 10 with one side and then try and do 10 with the other side. That's too much. 2 to 3 reps per side. And then when you get burned out, kind of like he's doing now, you just kind of start cranking those out. Makes for a big old pump. Come on, let's go. Squeeze it at the top. 2 more, 2 more, come on. Chest up. There you go. One more. Good job. I typically hit triceps with back, but just get a big old juicy arm pump today. Start with some triceps first because your tricep and your lat connect. So come on over here and start with the cables, like the ropes, some rope push downs. And instead of coming in here real tight like normal, you come way out flare and come over the top. Here, we'll go this way, I'll show you. So yeah, when you're coming through here, I like to not be real stuck in real tight here. I get a better activation if I round my wrists over. And then the biggest thing is down at the bottom, controlling your wrist and pushing all the way down. That last little bit, watch my tricep, how much it contracts. Just this right here as a movement. So come all the way up nice and slow. As soon as your arms get over that like flat range, kick right back down. Big squeeze. The biggest thing to remember on things like these fellas, these normal, like smaller movements, you guys too, is we're not looking to do 12 reps. We're not looking to do 15, 20 reps. No, I want you to do 1 rep perfectly 15 times. Completely different. Don't focus on how many reps you have to do. Focus on the quality of the rep. We'd much rather see you guys do 10 hard reps perfectly than just bang out 20 as quick as you can. Too many guys get too caught up in their head thinking, I got to do 16 reps, and they try and do 16 reps as quick as possible. That's garbage. We don't train like that anymore. We actually don't want to move the weight. What we're trying to do is move the muscle. So here, go ahead, do one of these. So forget about the weight. What we're trying to do is make this tricep contract as hard as possible. So the harder we make the movement, theoretically, the less reps you have to do. So don't do 20, do 1 perfectly, and continue doing that until you burn out. You'll get a lot more growth. Take a little bit more of a step back, and then kind of retract your shoulder blades, your scapula. There you go. And then keep these in. Yeah. So you're gonna pull it down around your hips. Just like that. Yes, sir. The other thing everybody forgets too, super, super important. You have to breathe. You have to breathe. Your body relies on oxygen. If there's no oxygen in your blood, your muscles are gonna fail. They're gonna burn, they're gonna hurt even more. So here, it's real important too, on the way up, you're gonna be inhaling, and then on the way down through the contraction half of the movement, you want to be exhaling. Lots of guys, they get caught up holding their breath. When it gets really hard, you hold your breath. You starve yourself for body, or you start starving yourself for oxygen, and your body's going to start hurting. Your muscles are going to start burning. So you hold your breath, so you get less oxygen, so now it burns more. It just spirals. It's horrible. Heck yeah, good side. All right, you up, big dog? Dom's real good on his tempo. Something you'll notice with these guys too is every rep should look exactly the same. You want to be focusing from rep 1. It shouldn't take you 6, 7, 8 reps to get into your base, into your set, into your zone. You want to, the very first rep, start feeling that burn. Definitely always set yourself up, get yourself in the right mindset before you even start doing your set. You think about what you're trying to accomplish and then execute it. Big squeeze. There you go. You see the angle of his wrist all the way at the bottom. Look at how far those are extended. If you start limp wristing, you're not going to get as much activation. And if you're not being efficient with your workouts, you're working too hard for no reason. All right, come on, couple more. There you go. I don't even need help. Look at that. Here. Another thing that I try to tell my guys to do as well is don't get caught up on how many reps you have to do. What you want to really start training for is the feel. Sometimes you don't always need to hit failure, but don't get married to a number. Don't go into a set being like, I got to get 12. If you hit 12 and it's still easy, there's no reason to stop. Keep on pushing. If it's too light, you saw me, drop the weight, stop, drop the weight, restart the set all over again. Don't get married to a split where you're like, I have to hit 4 sets of 16. That's not gonna build growth. What we're looking for is like an 80, 90% failure rate. If it's your top set, you got a buddy. I love to hit 3 pass failure. You're looking for more of the feel. You wanna not necessarily chase the pump, but you really wanna feel the workout. Don't get married to the weight amount and how many reps you're doing. That's not good. That's not bodybuilding, it's powerlifting. That's something completely different. Oh! Woo! Those feel great. We gotta grow these arms this year. First 2 seasons, I said my back and my legs weren't big enough. So I almost did no arms. I trained back and legs a couple times a week. Now this year, my feedback was my arms are too small. You can't win with these guys, I swear. Try and blow these arms up. Try and get some arms big like Caleb over here. Goodness gracious, look at these things. Slow down, slow. We'll let it relax. There you go. At the bottom, flex your tricep. Flex your tricep. There you go. Nice and slow. Look at how big these biceps are. Look at that shit. We're gonna get Caleb on stage again this year. We're gonna peak him right. He's gonna look nuts. I've never seen anybody with bigger biceps than quads though. What are you guys doing?
Overhead.
Oh, nice. You doing them just
doing normal single arm.
try it like this, sit back, and then actually come across like over your chest. Yeah, and then when you come across, come down this way. Yeah. I love these. I haven't done these in a while. Sometimes training gets boring. You gotta keep it fun, you gotta keep it creative. Little movements like this can really add some variety, some spice to your training. Definitely switch it up. It gets boring. Don't think that I wanna be in here every day. Half the time I come in, I don't wanna be here just like you guys. But if you kind of find ways to make it fun, make it enjoyable, try and set little goals, either scale related for your body weight, a certain way that you want to look, a certain weight that you want to do. Like today, right now, he's doing the 30. Look at himself. He's even giving himself a little extra bump. Next week, you come back, you want to try and hit the 35s, the 40s, something like that. Much easier to track progress and stay motivated if you give yourself little goals to achieve as well. Too many people get caught up thinking they're going to lose 40 pounds this summer. Let's focus on 5 pounds and then getting a little better. You got to stay realistic with your goals. You get too far looking down the line, it gets too unmotivating. There you go, come on, couple more, let's go. This will be an isolation movement where you're doing a single arm, whereas Ben was doing a double-handed skull crusher. A little bit different angle for the wrist, could hit a little bit different of a head in your tricep. Kind of more so what I was saying, you want to hit a little variation. These are kind of working a similar muscle, but you're getting really focused like Dom's doing here on an individual like arm itself. Everybody has a stronger side and a weaker side. So doing a double grip is obviously easier to go a little heavier, but if you start grabbing something like this and do more of an isolation movement, you can really focus on that weak side. Another thing that I suggest is always starting, if you're gonna do an isolation movement, with your weak side. My left arm is weaker, let me start with my left arm. There's no point in starting with your strong arm, getting 18 reps and then coming over here and getting 12. That's not gonna work. If you get 12 or 13 when you're fresh, and then you hit 16 over here, I guess that's a little better, but this arm will eventually start to catch up. Oh, I know, bro. We pushing for an overall with this guy. He's gonna look nuts. Look at his proportions. Oh yeah, that's a thick boy right there.
I gotta get them arms bigger to do that.
We're gonna try and take 3 overalls at the same show this year. We got Dom going in men's physique. If Caleb can stay on his diet, maybe he'd make weight in classic. And then either me, maybe a couple other guys I got in bodybuilding. If we go 3 for 3, that'd be sick on 3 overalls.
Fuck yeah.